Yeah, I know, it's steep snow, bro. It's steep snow, bro. He's like, dude, get me off the helmet. Why am I on a leash, first of all? That's weird. Alright, go ahead. That's what I mean. He's like, bro, I could, but like, the whole is frozen. Yeah, we're a bit right now. Bit fucked. What if I cut out a little spot for you? What if I do that? People of the whole life. So, just had a little training session. I'm just gonna kind of talk to you a little bit about markers and what the hell a mark is, because people ask me that all the time. So, a mark or marker training is basically a signal that tells the dog that they're about to get a reward, they did the right thing. So that's basically what the mark is. So, I mean, it can either be a click, a whistle, but here I like to use words because I always have my voice with me. I don't have to pull anything out of my pocket. I can simply use the word yes. And the key to marks is that they appear and they sound the same every time, and you're consistent. When you mark the dog does something right, you tell him yes, and you tell him once. You do not repeat the mark. If you repeat the mark, it gets confusing, you know. So, and it has to sound the same. It's not praise, like that's the difference. People think that it's like you want the dog is right there, yay, good boy. That's praise. You don't want to drag it out. It has to be real short to the point, you know. So when the dog does the right thing, boom, yes, come in, food. That's it. You want to get something that you really want. Because there's dogs, honestly, that you'll give them food and they like take like a couple minutes to eat. You can't train like that. They gotta just be ready to eat. Boom, done, and then you're good to go. Yes. A lot quicker.
Marlon, are you keeping Kobe in there for a while?
Yeah.
Alright, we're just going to get Jen with a few dogs out, so just saying...
Alright.
Shout as if you're going to bring him down, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Yes. So you can teach a few things, you know, you don't got to stick to one thing. So I want to teach him a little bit more about coming into position. So that's what I'm going to teach him a little bit now. So I'm going to, sometimes in the beginning I exaggerate my movement and then I'll take it away. But it just kind of helps the dog get into position. So if I kind of give him a little bit more of a move like that. That's kind of how I start to get the dog into position. I just exaggerate it a little bit, and then I'll start to take away that movement, and it will come more to a hand signal and a verbal command. Same thing if I want to put him back out in front of me. I kind of would exaggerate to him. And at this point, I'm giving him the words, the commands, so I'm going to tell him face, because that's the command. Face. Yes. Boom, again, clean, yes, one time. You know, if you want to praise with your dog, you can, but don't let it interfere with the mark. You know, afterward you can tell him, good boy, yeah, good boy. Keep him into the training. That's important to keep him motivated. But always one time with the mark. Again, and see, movement is key. If the dog doesn't do the right thing, sometimes I'm going to take 5 steps to the left, 5 steps to the right, forward, back, whichever. I'm going to give them a reset. Yes. Face. Yes. I'm going to give him the command to get back to my body. For me is touch. So that's what I'm going to tell him. Touch. See, bad on the set. So we're going to go back right to where we were. And we're going to do it again. Touch. A little more pull. Yes. And I'm going to give him a little bit more of a jackpot on that one because he didn't get it on his first try, so I want to really show him that cooperate with me. It goes your way. Wrist. Yes. Wrist. Yes.
2,000 years later.
I made him a little ice hole. He likes playing with it, pulling ice out, and then he like kind of starts playing hockey with the remaining pieces of ice here. He's been kicking them all around. He's out. You got your one piece? He's like, dude, I'm out. So we're out here filming. Trying to get him his hero shot. He's not looking like a hero. Bro, you're supposed to look like a hero, bro. You're not pulling that off. You good? You good, bro? Hercules. You wonder why I'm just filming the corner of the barn. You're gonna see in a minute here. We're trying to figure out what the hell Tom's doing here. He just wandered off with the tripod. I think he's taking a piss. Yeah. You had a good one? It's the same general philosophy. It doesn't matter whether it's food, whether it's a tug. Like I said, with me, I use a different marker word when I'm using a different item. And some people may agree with that, some people don't, but guess what? It works for me. So, the main thing about dog training is the only thing that most dog trainers agree on is what the other one does wrong. I'm just not really one of those people. I don't get into critiquing people. Do what works for you. Out! As you can see, my dogs, they're alright. They listen alright. He knows it. So, he honestly learns faster with this form of training because he's more of a high drive dog. He's very physical. So he likes to be physical. He enjoys this very, very much. But the basis of how he learns the out is that he understands that it's gonna come right back. And again, the game, if I let go, we've done this a million times. The game is about me. It's about me and my engagement and my participation in this. He has no interest in playing with this tug by himself. None at all. If I'm not playing with it, he doesn't want to play with it. Okay, so that means I control the game. But I control what I do with it, right? But what he also knows is that as soon as I grab it and I tug and I give him what he wants, if I give him the command, out! And I'm patient. That's it, he's gonna release. He understands that it's gonna come right back to him. All he's gotta do is listen and it's gonna come right back. from this, you can teach all kinds of things. This is actually, I really like this foot. It kind of hurts my hands. See, like I said, the dog will get bored. It is not about him just chewing on the top. So he's always waiting for me to be engaged. That's why when I say ow and I sit there and I give it a couple seconds, he's fighting that high drive in him that makes him want to continue, because technically I'm still holding on. So I'm still engaged, but I'm not actually giving as much movement, right? So when I become still and I give him the out, that's the indicator to release. But in protection work, the thing is, something that you don't want to teach the dogs is that when the person does become still, that they just let go, because that can be a tactic. So you do want to teach the dogs to stay engaged when something becomes still. And then what I'm showing him, why it's so quick, is that I'm showing him that it comes right back. You let it go, and I'm not going to take it away from you forever. It's going to come right back. So that's what I'm showing him. Even at a longer duration, all he's doing is patiently waiting for me to tell him, fuck it. And once I tell him that, we're back into the game. And that's all he's waiting for. You know, that's it. And I can teach him everything off of that system. Good boy. Here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's it. So that's the lesson for the day, people.
One more time, because Marlon totally me up.
Thank you. So we're back from New York. They want it in the kitchen. So we're back from New York. You know, it's great meeting the fans and enjoying the fame side of things. But now we're back home and back to work.
Okay. But now it's time to get back to reality, and I made that super short.
Perfect. A little bit more, just say like the fans and the fame or the glamour side of things. Or...
Okay.
Take 3. Grab.
Can you stop? You're with me.
Right.
Can you put that away? Go away.
No.
You're with me. It's not gonna work because you're fine.
Are you bothered? Okay, we have to stop.
Okay. So we're back from New York. It's always fun to get out and see the glamour and meet all the fans. That sounded weird. See the glamour that I'm trying to think of how I could word it.
Say like, as if you want to use the word celebrity or fame. That's what they said, but it sounds a bit weird when you say it yourself.
Yeah, it's always
Totally does. Anytime I have to say the word fame about myself, it just feels so strange.
Yeah.
Just say the celebrity side of things is...
Nice, Marlon.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I'm not filming anymore.
We've got about 4 hours to finish the season, so...
Take 7. Go.
One more time. Can you tell me one more time what's your favorite? Say my favorite training thing is, and then tell me.
My favorite training thing would be bite work. That's what it would be.
And is it fun when you get bitten by the dogs?
Yeah.
Just say that for us. Just say it's fun. It's fun getting.
It's fun getting bitten by the dogs and watching and holding the leash.
All right. So that was a good start. He's doing great. But it's time to step it up a little bit.
It's one thing to control a dog, but another to feel its power.
So it's one thing to control a dog. It's another thing to feel its power.
If Jordan's going to follow in my footsteps, he needs to be able to take a bite. So he's got to put the sleeve on.
So if Jordan's going to follow in my footsteps, He's got to be able to take, what?
He's got to be able to take a bite. So he's got to put the sleeve on.
Okay. One more time.
They should be like...
Adam's comfortable. Yeah, we're doing the interviews on it, so if you block the light, you can get a better view.
I think comfortable's the word.
Uncomfortable, yeah.
Get the chair.
So next one we've got is, so we got the truck in, but the base isn't big enough. Someone got the measurements wrong.
So we got the truck in, but the base isn't big enough. Somebody got the measurements wrong, and it wasn't me.
And then just, last line is just, the man's got a plan.
Yeah, the man's got a plan though, so it's all good.
Nice. DDK's more than just a kennel though. There's Lisa, there's my kids, and of course my crew.
Name them after? Or?
Yeah.
The whole line, or you just want me to name everybody?
Yeah, maybe just do the whole line, yeah, so just like...
So here at DDK. All right, so it's Lisa's time for torture. 2 hours and I'm done. That's it. I'm out of here.
We went easy on you.
Yeah, right. Never easy on me. Go take the screaming children out of here real quick. Poor, quiet, peaceful hotels. Have my kids screaming in it for the past while. Dad's come to save you. Let's go.
Because he has the same tattoos as you. And we're the same.
Wait. Hold up. What Bigfoot have you been watching on what TV show? Because Bigfoot does not have tattoos.
Mommy.
Steve. Steve.
He shaved some of his hair off.
Steve. I got candy. Steve.
He's like... I just picture this song playing. You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me.
Dude, your armpits are gross, but I'd still lick them. Huh.
When the road looks rough ahead in your...
Camera adds weight, so it's interview time. This guy's got to get his interviews in for the show here. So we're doing them up here. We did them all in the hotels before. Shoo, past the light. You get to stare into his eyes as you ask the questions. It gets a little bit
nervous. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
It gets a little less awkward. You just say whatever.
Yeah, there's no right and wrong answers, but if you...
Well, you shouldn't have told me that.
But if you do fuck up, then Marlon will feed you talk.
Dream chasing as an occupation. Had some exclusive memberships, such as